Hey guys, it's Anna, and today we're going to be doing a full body stretch for beginners. So let's get started. To start, we're going to reach forward towards the ground and then from that arch backwards while grabbing onto your legs. If you can't reach all the way down to the ground, that's completely fine. Just reach as far forward as you can and then arch back as far as you can as well. We're going to repeat this 5 more times. Next, go into a downward dog, and from this we're going to go up and down from a seal stretch 5 times. In your seal stretch, you should be arching enough to feel a good stretch in your back, and then in the downward dog, you should be pushing your heels towards the ground to feel a stretch in your hamstrings. After this last one, stay in your seal stretch and we're going to hold it for 15 seconds. Still remaining in this stretch, twist to one side. And now twist to the other side.
I bet you think that I should calm down.
Now we're going to do something similar to what we did with the seal stretch, except going from downward dog into a lunge. We're going to continue alternating lunges until we've done 5 on each leg.
Much about you, what things you like and what you don't. It's not that long since I met you for the first time. You know we should work it out. You know we should work it out. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? And will you let me down? I know I'm feeling something for you. The way you look, the way you laugh, and how you move. It kinda makes me go crazy. But we should take it slow, work things out so you don't let me go. When I come real close, I don't
place your hands on the ground, trying to push your legs even closer to the ground, and we're going to hold this for 20 seconds. Come back up to standing in the lunge and then reach your back arm forward while leaning on your front leg. Now we're going to do basically the same thing except opposite, so you're going to reach your front arm backwards.
Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better.
Switch which leg you're lunging on, because we're going to repeat all of those stretches on the other leg, starting with lunging with your hands on the ground.
Before I'm too invested, you should take it easy. Maybe we could test this and work out our feelings. Baby, when I love you, tell me, do you want me? And you let me down.
You can now move into reaching forward. And finally, arch backwards. Now straighten out your front leg and reach down to the ground while staying twisted to the side, and if you can't reach all the way down to the ground, then you can either grab onto your ankle or your shin. Switch which arm is reaching towards the ground so that you're twisting your body in the opposite direction. Switch which leg is in front, and we're going to repeat those two stretches again. Go down onto your hands and knees, and we're going to do cat-cow stretch, so basically arch back as much as you can and then contract 5 times. You can now stand up and then bend one leg in to do a quad stretch. Switch legs.
City lights are making me wanna be something else than I'm meant to. Spending time reminiscing of what it used to be, not letting go when I want to. Wishing I'd be on.
For the next stretch, stand facing away from a wall and then place the palm of your hand on the wall and twist your body towards it.
Flying on the chemicals. Guess I'm not the lucky type. Oh, trust me, you don't wanna know how it's night after night, night after night.
Change which hand is on the wall to twist in the opposite direction.
Oh, yeah, night after night, night after night, night after night.
Now face the wall in a small lunge and try to push your back heel towards the ground to feel a stretch in your Achilles. Switch legs.
Makes me smaller than I wanna be, but I guess I'll get used to being small in a world that's not acting kind, even if I don't want to. Wishing I'd be all alone.
And for the last wall stretch, keep the palms of your hands on the wall and step your feet together while trying to push your chest towards the ground to feel a stretch in your shoulders.
Trust me, you don't wanna know how it's night after night, night after night. Oh, searching after miracles. Oh yeah, night after night, night after night, night after night.
You can now step away from the wall and go into a wide stance with your feet turned out, and we're going to do 5 pliés with your hands reaching towards the ground. Turn your feet back in so that they're parallel with each other, and then reach your arms over to feel a stretch in your shoulders, and you should also be feeling a stretch in your hamstrings.
That I'm used to spending time reminiscing of what it used to be, not letting go when I want to. Trust me, you don't wanna know how it's night after night, night after night. Oh, searching after miracles.
Next, reach one arm over to its opposite side and the other arm up. Switch arms to do this stretch in the other direction. Next, we're going to go into a side lunge, so bend one leg and then try to push the straight leg as close to the ground as you can. Switch sides. Next, sit down with one leg straight out in front of you and the other leg bent in towards it, and then reach forward. In this, you should be feeling a stretch in the hamstring of your straight leg and in your hip of the bent leg. Now reach over top of the bent leg. Switch which leg is bent in and straight, and we're going to repeat those 2 stretches again. You can now reach over top of the bent leg. Now rotate your hips so they're facing the side, and we're going to do pigeon stretch. And in this stretch, if you can't get your legs all the way to the ground, that's completely fine. Just try to push them down as far as you can. Switch to do that same stretch on the other leg. Next, bend both legs in together to go into butterfly stretch. In this, we're going to be doing a few neck and arm stretches, starting with pulling your head to one side. Now pull it to the other side.
Nobody else, nobody else, nobody else, nobody else.
Next, place one arm across your body. And repeat with the other arm. Next, stretch that same arm overhead. And then we're going to repeat this stretch with the other arm as well. For the next stretch, go up into downward dog, and in this you're going to lift one leg as high as you can and then tuck it in towards your chest 5 times. Now we're going to repeat that, lifting up the other leg. Next, come back up to standing and we're going to do a heel stretch. If you can't get this as high as I'm showing, that's completely fine. Just pull your leg as high as it takes to feel a stretch. Now switch to do the heel stretch on your other leg. Lay on your back and bend one leg over the other, and then pull your legs towards your chest to feel a stretch in the hip of your bent leg. And now switch legs. For the next stretch, we're going to go into a modified bridge, so bend both legs so your feet are flat on the ground, and then lift up your hips to stretch out your back, or if you don't feel a stretch in this, you could also go up into a full bridge. And for the final stretch, you're simply going to lay on your back and stretch out your entire body by reaching your feet and your hands in opposite directions. And that's it for this full body stretch, so I hope you guys enjoyed following along. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and you can click here to watch my most recent video. To subscribe to my channel, just click here, and don't forget to press on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload any new videos. Bye guys!